I just had a long conversation without the camera running. So my name is Ashley. This is Lady in Waking. If you have never been here before, I am a 40-something pop culture geek who absolutely loves vintage style, and I would love to be able to incorporate it into my 40s and my 50s without feeling too matronly. So that's what this channel was sort of designed for. But the video today that we're going to do is going to be sort of a touch-based video. This channel has been around since around 7 or 8 months now. I've got quite a few more subscribers than I did to start. But I had a very general focus of where I wanted to see the channel going. And the things I thought would get more views have not. And then the things that I didn't think would get very many views got a lot more than I thought. So I guess I just need to put this out there and make this a platform for you to make requests of what you would like to see. This is sort of your opportunity to report back to me and tell me what you think of the content and what you would like to see, what direction you would like to see it go in. You cannot offend me. Obviously, some of the videos that I have posted are getting very, very few views, which I know has a lot to do with this being a very niche channel, but also being a young channel, and there is not going to be a huge influx of views. I understand that, but it's surprising to me sometimes what gets no views and what gets a decent amount of views. I'm still getting more ratio-wise than I did on my other channel, where it felt like things were being actively hidden by the algorithms. But I also would like to make sure that I'm creating content that is useful for you. I've been doing a lot of requests for vintage hair tutorials because that's sort of always been my specialty, but if there's something else that you would like to see, then by all means report that here. I would love to hear it. Because I tend to get very handsy during my videos, I'm going to do my hair while I'm talking to you. But yes, I've had a few ideas. I've been a lot of times focused on looking at what I had. I haven't had these out very long, so they're probably not going to be much curl. But I have had some ideas of things that I could do. I was planning on doing a revisit to a lot of my older, like Lisa Fremont Street videos, just to see if I could perfect or improve on those styles. I feel like I did that with my last video. That was that showgirl hairstyle. I did that all the way back in 2010. Or that last video was a little bit better of a representation of that style. So I'm trying to do some things like that. I'm also trying to do some styles that people have sent me picture requests of. Trying to do things that I feel like are maybe a little too youthful, and kind of creating a more classic version of that may be more suitable for my age. My makeup tutorials, my lighting is not really conducive to it, so there won't be a whole bunch of those. I did a few, but I don't anticipate that being what this channel is really about. I was planning on incorporating fitness because fitness is very much a huge part of my life. I feel like it is absolutely integral to maintaining your youth and maintaining your health. Weight training particularly is so important for keeping yourself flexible, keeping yourself resilient, keeping sickness away. It's just very important to create strong muscles to support your bones. So it's really important to me to be able to share that with you, but I was also told in no uncertain terms that fitness was not going to really be something that people were going to gravitate to this channel for. And I'm a little disappointed, but I also understand. If everybody is not into fitness, then somebody posting continued fitness videos or you know, just sharing their progress with fitness and stuff like that may not be necessarily something that you would tune into. So I've heard you, and I don't plan to make any more of those videos. I do have one fitness video that I have on the channel. If you'd care to go back and look at it, I'll have it linked below. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at right now. I love to do series. So series are something that I feel like is a way to keep this channel focused. And since I finished the roller series, I don't really have anything particular planned. So give me some ideas of some series you might want to see. A series that I definitely am going to do based on feedback that I got here on YouTube is I absolutely love ASMR. I have been a avid ASMR follower since 2012, I believe is when I discovered it. And I listen to it every single night before I go to sleep. But some of my favorite ASMR videos are clothing try-on hauls. And so I kind of put it out there and asked, I know some of you hate ASMR and I get it. This is not going to become an ASMR channel. No worries about that. But I put it out there and asked how people would feel about me doing a series of just classic fashion try-on videos and making it more of an ASMR style. I'm not really equipped or set up for traditional ASMR, and also that's not the ASMR that appeals to me. My favorite ASMR videos are the ones that are soft-spoken as opposed to whispers, so it won't be a whisper video series. And I also really love tapping and subtle sounds. Cloth sounds and fabric sounds are also really relaxing to me, but not necessarily, but I don't like the crinkling that people do when like they're unpackaging or doing a haul. So I have very targeted specific needs when it comes to ASMR, and so I just thought that I would take what I love about those videos and maybe do my own little series here that would be a strictly ASMR fashion series. So that's what my idea is on that, and it seems to be very well received by most. Those of you who were very hesitant about it or frustrated by the idea, don't worry, this channel, like I said, is not going to become a ASMR channel, but I felt like that might be something that would be appealing to some of us that really enjoy ASMR. And as far as fashion videos go, I also do my little fashion short videos on YouTube and on YouTube Shorts, and then on like my short video platforms like TikTok and Instagram Reels. So you'll still get the fashion stuff even if you're not interested in the ASMR quality, because those are the ones that I do really quick, like 1 minute, and then I set them to music. And a lot of you really love to see the music that I use, which I appreciate. I am a huge music fan of almost every genre, so I love to share music that you may not have heard or use music that is some of my old favorites. So I will continue to do that whenever I have like an outfit I would like to share or something new. So that turned out okay. I was asked to share some of my favorite music in a video. That gets a little weird because I obviously can't share music here on YouTube, but I thought I would go through my Spotify list and share some of my favorite things to you so you can sort of see where I'm coming from. Because someone actually requested that I do this, and I'm like, I don't really know how I would do that, so I don't know. But my favorite band, just so you get an idea of where I'm coming from, is Clutch. I absolutely love Clutch. I actually did a Get Ready With Me video on Fremont Street years ago when I went to go see Clutch for the 20 millionth time when I was in Memphis, and Clutch is still one of my favorite bands. I am not as impressed with their most recent catalog as I am with their earlier stuff, because I like when Clutch was a little bit more intense, but I absolutely adore Neil Fallon's songwriting. Clutch is like meaty, thick, hard rock and roll. That's what I love. Rock, what some people would call metal, but generally I like it to have a groove to it, so I generally like things that are a little bit more grind or sludge, and more 70s influenced. Then I like speed or thrash. So that's where that comes from. I am a huge fan of rock and roll, but a lot of people would call what I listen to metal, and that's fine. Most of what I listen to I would not really classify as metal, even though I do like some metal. I also really love garage R&B and rock from the 60s. That is what I gravitate towards first. That is my favorite genre of anything ever. A perfect example of that style would be the Pine Toppers with Otis Redding. Fat Gal and Shout Bama Lama are two of my favorite songs of all time. Ike Turner, the Sonics. I am obsessed with that stuff. If there's a band that comes out, such as Don Juan y Los Blancos, but I don't think they exist anymore. I think that they have gone the way of the dodo, unfortunately, but they were phenomenal because they reminded me of that era. And so if a band puts out music that sounds similar to that style, the Animals, that early 60s kind of distorted sound, that is what I gravitate to first and foremost. That said, I also love things in almost every other genre. I am a huge fan of musical theater. I love Hamilton. I love Les Miserables. I love like the classic stuff like Hairspray. If I think about the traditional musicals that I listen to, like The Music Man and like Anything Goes and all of those things, those are things that I can listen to end on end and never get tired of. So that tells you the ends of the spectrum for me. Recently, things that I've come into that I have discovered that I adore. I just discovered today, actually, Cassandra Lewis. I have no idea where she came from, but she has changed my life. I shouted about her from the rooftops of every social platform that I have. Everyone needs to go listen to her album. It is called Always, Always. It is utterly incredible. Her voice is phenomenal. The way that I would describe her is she's sort of got like a Juice Newton, Emmylou Harris type 1970s timbre to her voice, but she has this incredible range and this incredible control, which I am just amazed. I want to listen to this album over and over and likely will. Other albums that I have fallen in love with recently, A.A. Williams' Songs from Isolation that came out, I believe, 2021 or 2020, are some covers of some great like 90s rock songs that are huge staples in my life, like Where's My Mind by the Pixies, as an example. That album was gorgeous and I still love it and listen to it regularly. I love a group called Munley and the Lupercalians. His voice is incredible. They are members of Slim Cessna's Auto Club, so if you enjoy their music, please check out Munley and the Lupercalians. I love Regina Spektor. I love Lana Del Rey. I love Wise Blood. So beautiful. So if you like independent, like sort of indie pop, female vocal, most of you know about Kate Bush. Well, Hounds of Love has been an album that has been in my playlist for ever, like since I had it on tape. I absolutely recommend The Dreaming, Hounds of Love. Multiple Kate Bush albums are out there for you to enjoy and love. I feel the same way about Bjork. I feel like that a few of her albums, for instance Vespertine, one of the greatest albums of the 90s. I feel as though there are a lot of people that only know some of these artists from the songs that may have been played on their radio. I have discovered so much that I didn't even know existed just because I went back and listened to full album as opposed to one or two songs. Almost every song on A Different Light by the Bangles is better than Manic Monday or Walk Like an Egyptian. Listen to that album. Do that with all the songs that you love. If you love the Pixies' Where's My Mind, listen to the album that song came from. I think it's Surfer Rosa. I'm probably wrong. It might be Doolittle, but listen to the Pixies. Listen to their full albums. I love women that aren't scared to scream. I love the Distillers for that reason. One of my favorite male vocals is John Doe from the band X. I love X, but I love John Doe even more. So if you love a vocalist, maybe see if they have a solo project and seek them out, because not only would they appreciate it, but you may find that you like their solo work even more than you liked the band. Screaming Trees was an amazing band from the 90s, but Mark Lanegan is phenomenal on his own and has sung some of Queens of the Stone Age's best work because he was a guest vocalist in several of their songs. I try to share as much interesting, strange things on my Instagram as I can. I try to do a song of the day and share something that you may not have heard before. But that's my music, like, tangent that I just went off on. If you would like a more focused, if you would like videos that are more focused about music, maybe I can do it by genre. But that's all on this video. Thank you if you stuck around. Please use these comments to make requests for things that you would like to see, and thank you so much for subscribing. I'm just thrilled every single time someone subscribes. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Please click the bell so you can be notified of my uploads. That's why I wanted to make this, is just to make sure that I'm giving you content that you would like now that you have gone to the trouble of subscribing.